Hi, I am back with the second to last one pack gel challenge. And yeah, since we only had 2 packs left, today I rolled Enchanted by Nature. It's kind of a new one. So this one I've chosen to build up in the tree. So this is a house. It's not a tree house because it's a real house, but the house is up in a tree because I find this lot maybe the most interesting lot in this, well, not the whole, well, maybe the whole game, but at least in this world. But I'm not really a fan of this pack, and I'm not very into occults, but I do like some of the items, but I do think they are mostly fitted to this world. They're not so versatile. You can't use them in every build you do, but they are really, really cute in this world. So yeah, I was kind of excited to build with this pack today since I've not built with it that much, as I don't play in this world very much. So I sort of went all in on Enchanted by Nature and the things we got with this pack, using all of the doors, the floors, the wallpaper, the windows, and yeah, everything you will see. And I tried to make it so that maybe a little fairy could live here. So I tried to place some things in the garden as well to make it a good place for a fairy to live. And I was iffing and amming about whether to put rounded roof pieces over these bump outs, but I decided to go square. So yeah, I think it looks good. It makes the roundness a little bit softer. And this wallpaper that looks like scales of some sort, maybe like a very tiny pine tree or something. Not the pine tree, but the little things growing in the pine tree. What are they called? In Swedish they're called kottar. So this looks like a kotte. But yeah, I kind of like it. It's not something you would see on a regular house, but as I said, in this world, it looks cute. And I try to have quite a lot of greeneries because, yes, you can see there are greeneries around the tree, but I wanted to bring all of that green into the house as well. And I also went around and made this little path that goes around the house both ways, so it's connected in the back where I'm going to put a little seating area, and then you could choose which way to take, and there are different things to do on the different sides of the house. And I wanted some kind of awning above the door because, you know, if it's raining, you want something over your head if you can't get the door opened fast enough, can't find your keys in your purse or something like that. You would want something over your head. So I found this little... I actually think it... Usually I think it looks really, really bad. But in this situation, I thought it quite fitted because it's such an odd build in the first place with all of the mushrooms and the moss on the windows that are not even, and yeah, so I thought it fit in this, and also this little pond. Maybe not very realistic to have a pond up in the air in a tree, but it's not very realistic to have a house up in a tree either, so I went with the pond, and I like it. So if you walk this way, you could have a little water moment by the pond, And I went in with some more flowers and bushes and greeneries and so on to make it look pretty. And also some flowers on the way. You have to excuse me. I'm a little bit sick still. I'm getting over a cold and it's still stuck on my throat, and I have a little bit of cough left. So yeah, just so you know, if I lose my voice, that's because I'm still not well yet. Yeah, this area, I wanted this little tree stub, but I also wanted somewhere to sit and watch the view. So we will put a bench over there, and also the telescope so you could take a look over the surrounding area. And I also brought in some swings. This house is not fitted for a kid. There's no room for a kid in this house. But maybe if the ones living here wanted to bring over some friends and they have their kids with them, there's really nowhere else to go. So maybe they've put up some swings in the backyard so that the friends' kids could play whilst they are having a coffee or something on the benches next to there. So yeah, I think that's why they have the swings, and also just because they are gorgeous. So maybe that's the main reason. So yeah, this is the little bench, and I wanted it to be like a sort of a quiet moment where you could sit by yourself. That's why I put up this little piece of bush behind it, so that it wouldn't be seen from the rest of the house. You could sit there and contemplate on your own and figure out the mystery of life, or whatever you want to do, or your sim wants to do. You can do it in their own privacy. And then I went around and put up some outdoor lighting so that you could follow the path without falling into the pond or something like that. And also a little fairy house over behind the pond, so that if you do play with a fairy, they could have their dance parties and rejuvenate their energy and all of those things they need to do. So yeah, I thought it was kind of important to have a little fairy house on the ground. I went for this little rug as an outdoor rug to, well, dust off all the mud and things from outside, because I actually think that rug is really ugly. Like really ugly. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I was determined to use as much as I could from this pack, so it went outside. That's where I fitted in that little rug. And now we are heading on inside, and as you can see, we have an upstairs, and the upstairs is so little that we couldn't place stairs, so it had to be a ladder to get up there. But it works out fine. The bedroom is going to be upstairs, and this is where the kitchen is, and it's sort of an awkward kitchen, and I had to do something that I really, really, really hate when people do. And that is when people put the cabinets up against the window so it's covering the window. I hate it. You don't do that. But I did it today, so shame on me. But yeah, as I said, I wanted to use those windows, so I couldn't just let's change the windows to something that fits above the counters. That wasn't possible. So yeah, today I did what I hate when people do. Let's not talk about it anymore. It is what it is. So I cluttered the kitchen up a bit, and it's kind of bluish. I tried these mushrooms inside, but I went for the organic shelves instead. These shelves I actually like. I don't know if I would put them up in my own house, but there's something cute about this organic piece of wood that is just put up as a shelf in their home. Yeah, so I like it. And the space in here was, well, maybe not the best planned. So I had to really think about how I was going to place things. So the middle part would fit as the living room area, but I had to put it on the side, which meant I didn't have much room for the TV. So I just had a little bit of wall. And so I went for a small TV and a little cabinet underneath it. And these, well, the lamps are cute as well. And the branches hanging up like a lamp. Yeah, I like them. And this table it's extra. Tell you that. It's extra. And these rugs, I hate them. I hate them with a passion. They're so ugly. I don't know what it is. They're leaves of different kinds. So I tried to combine a few of them to make some kind of a rug underneath the dining room table. And I was trying to put a little bench beneath or next to the door in, but then I realized I need to have a door into the toilet as well. So I still had room on the other side for a little hall table there, so that's fine. And then I had this corner left, and I thought, perfect, this is where we're going to do our little office nook. And later on I realized I don't have a bookshelf. They have the TV, so they have enjoyment. They have the computer, so it could have been enough. So I placed this little plant over here at first, and that will change, and I will put a little bookcase over there later. And these curtains, I'm like, where are they supposed to hang? Because if they hang right by the window where it looks like they're supposed to hang, they cover it all and they go down to the floor. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do. But I wanted to see the window as well, so I put it up high, but I don't know if it looks good. Let me know. Which way do you think look best to hang these curtains? Up high or down low? Let me know in the comments how you do it when you use them. And we are on to the small toilet, and yeah, it is tight. But the whole house is play tested. So if you want to download it and play in it, you can do that. It's on my gallery, and my gallery ID is HelenSimmar, just the same as my name here on YouTube, and I will also write it in the comment box below. And this little small bedroom with this really huge bed is also play tested. It was cramped and I had to fiddle with it some bit and push the bed into the wall a bit and so on. But they can reach both sides of the bed and sleep. So yeah, it's functional. And there's not much room up here, so I just have some nightstands that I put some tiny things on and just cram a little I lose the words today. Wardrobe in the corner, a tiny one just to fit in there so they can test their clothes and change clothes and so on. And this is the whole house. So yeah, I hope you like it, because this is what I come up with, and there will be some pictures in the end if you thought it went very fast. So please take a look at them and have a really lovely day. Thank you for watching. Bye.